Laura, the one in the black shirt.
And I'm Amber, the one in the back in the orange shirt.
Black and orange. Did we do that on purpose?
No.
We actually didn't, though.
No, we just showed up like this.
So, we're making fajita foil packs today, so you gotta start with soaking your minute rice. You're just getting really easy minute rice, you're measuring it out. Turned out we didn't even have to measure it, because if you notice, I'm like, oh, the whole box just goes in. Okay. But you measure it out like you normally would, however much rice you need for how many people you're cooking for.
And then you add in the same amount of water. It's a 1-to-1 ratio.
And you're just gonna let that soak. So you're not actually cooking anything outside of the fire. You're just gonna let that soak, and we put in the taco seasoning into the rice to also let that soak and get some good flavor in there.
Ooh, we got some nice bell peppers.
Cheers to those veggies.
Yeah.
So you got bell peppers and you got onions. We have yellow onions here, and obviously you wanna peel them, do all that good stuff. This one was particularly annoying to peel, so nice that it did that for me when we were recording. But I like to use yellow onions. I've done it with red onions too. If you're a red onion lover, you could just use red onions and yellow onions, so it works. All different types of peppers too.
And I know somebody will have an issue with how I cut the bell peppers, but hey, you cut them however you want, and all it has to do is just go into that foil wrap at the very end. Oh, Laura had a moment.
I had a moment. It could have been the onions, but I was tearing up a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a fun time.
Yeah.
So here we've got the chicken. We just got some nice chicken breasts from the store. You're just gonna cut it into kind of bite-sized chunks. So pretty simple.
And then for anybody who's pescatarian, vegetarian, vegan, we all have alternative recipes. So we ended up doing a chili for the vegan recipe. But again, for your meat lovers, you got that chicken breast, and that cooks really well in that foil packet.
Or you can definitely add some seasoned tofu as well. That would be a great option for some other protein.
Fish.
Yes. We got the vegetarian vegan chili from Trader Joe's, which is always a favorite.
Yeah.
So here we're just mixing up the ingredients with some olive oil and some seasoning. So the chicken is obviously kept separate, and then the onion and the pepper was just, you can put that in however you want. We just had 2 small bowls.
Yeah.
But olive oil and seasoning just to taste. So the fajita seasoning we just got in the pre-made packets from the grocery store. The last time I did this, I actually made my own fajita seasoning.
Fancy.
Yes. So you can add as much chili powder or cayenne pepper if you need more of the kick as you want, but highly recommend making your own seasoning if you got it all. But if you want the easy version, just go for the store.
We're doing some more prep work right here, so I'm chopping up some cilantro for a good chopping. I know cilantro is a very hotly debated herb, but I love my cilantro. Laura, do you like cilantro?
I'm not a cilantro fan, in fact, no.
But that's okay, because we had a couple people to eat this meal with us, so had to do it.
Alright, safety first. Have a fire extinguisher or a way to put out your fire quickly close by. Now, when you're making a fire to cook with, you might think normal bonfire making, you want a large fire, you typically go with a teepee formation. For a cooking fire, that's not necessarily the case. You want to do the log cabin formation. So what you see me doing there, I have a fire starter right on the bottom. I put some kindling and tinder, which just from around the house, a fire starter and some wood chips and some napkins. You stack the logs kind of alternating. Make sure you've got a good amount of spot in the middle, and in between that an air can go by. So you saw me blow through the middle of it, and that just really lit up really well. And you're just gonna let it burn down because you want to cook with the coals. Now, if you don't have a fire pit or a way to have a fire, you can also do this in an oven or a grill. You can still have fun with this.
Alright, so when that fire is burning, we are back inside to do our actual foil wraps. We have 2 of the same size aluminum pieces of foil, and we have the rice is going in first, and you want to make sure to put some of that leftover water from the rice mixture onto the rice so it gets rehydrated. Then you're going to add your chicken, your veggies, or vegan chili, or in this instance, Laura did both.
Oh yeah, my eyes are always bigger than my stomach.
Because why not?
I love all the veggies.
Just pack that thing full, and then we are about to begin our wrapping. Oh, Laura wants some more. All right.
Yeah, so to wrap this, you really want to make sure you're not going to just kind of crumple it together. You meet the edges and you fold them down, pinch them and fold them down nice and tight. Now you want to make sure there's still air though on both sides of this. So you saw do it in the middle first, either side, and then you're going to do the same thing with the second pack. That air creates some nice steam, and the double barrier is a great way that not everything's going to get burned while it's on the fire, whether no matter what part of the fire it is. So we move outside and we just go ahead and put all of our packs from all of our friends and family members on the fire. So again, you see that fire burn down pretty nicely. The best part to put the foil on is actually the coals, and I'm just moving some coals on top of it too to kind of get some even cooking. Now, depending on how many you have, you can move them around. You're gonna put it in there and cook for about 15 to 20 minutes, maybe a little less if you don't have meat, or a little more depending on how thick your meat is.
So Laura is now unveiling this beautiful masterpiece that we had put together, and you can see we have some great toppings on the side that you can definitely put on. So we added some salsa, some sour cream, guacamole, cheese,
chips. You can get some fajita roll-ups, whatever you like. All right, thanks for joining us. Just want to shout out to my dad who taught me all of that. If you want to do this at home, please take a photo, share it with us, tag us on social media at Pacific Rec, and you could be entered to win our prize, which is a campfire cooking set.
And we'll see you on our next episode, which will premiere July 16th. And get your cast iron pans ready for a good old campfire breakfast.